Oh, sorry, this isn't a bit. I genuinely didn't know I'd hit record and then the little thing started moving across my editing software and I was like, oh, I'm here. So, hello, stranger. Hello, it's been a long time. You are looking super cute today. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Yay! Yay for you, and especially yay for me. It's actually so nice to have you here, Danielle. I don't know a Danielle, but I thought it would be really weird if you're watching and your name's Danielle and you were like, oh my god, she is actually speaking to me. But hey Danielle, you're looking cute today. Hello, thank you for coming to my channel. So nice to have you. Right, here's the thing. I am building a, oh ow, I just hit myself in the earphone. Wait, headphone. What am I saying? Oh yeah. Welcome. Welcome to my retro beach build in Tartosa. I am turning Tartosa into a kind of retro holiday resort. If you've seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I'm going for an aesthetic that's Catskills adjacent as much as Tartosa ever can be, but also think like vintage Brighton Beach with the little beach huts, etc. So yeah, that's what we're going for today. That is CC in this build, but mostly there is you and there is me, and we're just gonna hang out, right? You probably couldn't give a flying owl about this, but if you have been subscribed to me previously or have been here previously, one, hello, click subscribe, don't be rude. But two, you might be thinking, geez Louise, what the actual F? Where have you been, girly? And yeah, I mean, I've been many places, kind of. To be clear, I've barely travelled, but mentally and emotionally, I've been in many places. And yeah, so where I haven't been for almost half of this year so far has been YouTube, right? I've been very much not here, which you may or may not have noticed. That's entirely your business. You can still feel free to ask me where I've been in the comments, just to, you know, stick the knife in a tiny bit. I don't mind. I'm not going to apologise for the break because it's been very much needed, like quite literally. But what I will say though is thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with the channel and continuing to support me despite the fact that I've been very inactive. Many of you have actually been still liking, commenting and watching stuff, and that's been so heartwarming, and it's really kept the channel very much alive, even though I've been very much not here, if that makes sense. I have still been checking in with it, but I haven't. I think I've done a couple of shorts and stuff, but I've had no time to make content. I've had a huge life change this year, which I've been preparing for a little while, but it still took way more adjusting than I expected, and making content has not been viable at all, really, for some time. And then now that it is viable again, I have been slowly stepping back into the scene, and I will talk to you more about that now. But first, I really want to emphasize again, thank you. And I just want to say that this video is going to be just me talking for a very long time. So if you want to see a beach build and you don't want to hear me talking, you can mute me. But honestly, there are probably better build videos out there. This is more of like a hang with a mediocre, less than mediocre content creator, but who's a nice person while you eat your dinner or whatever and see a bit of Tartosa, right? That's the vibe. I bet that's an aesthetic that's going to catch on, right? A genre. It's going to do really well in the algorithm, yikes. So yeah, I've used CC in this build, I've used CSO in this build, I've used What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing anyway. Right, so this is the point, okay? I built this on stream and I've edited it for YouTube, and it's made it kind of easier to have this video to output in a way. Right, so here we are anyway, doing the things, right? We're doing it, that's what matters. I'm finally back in my creative space, zoning in to The Sims, building, having a nice time, chatting to you lot. You probably would ideally prefer to watch a video that had some cute music over it. I get that. Maybe I'll add some music in post. If I do, I'm gonna have to insist you give this video a like, because that feels like a lot of effort right now when I could just sit here and chat forever. Look, I think this beach is starting to look quite nice, mostly down to EA and the surroundings, but I feel like I kind of knew what I was going for here. Now, here's the thing, right? I did build this in stream, so that begs the question, are you into watching live streams? Because if you are, there's much more chance of you catching regular content from me. I am working on some stuff behind the scenes for YouTube, right? So I have been quietly squirreling away, gathering bits, making builds, doing sims, not doing them, but you know, creating a sim in Create a Sim. I've been building an incredible school. I've been doing this and that and the other because I'm preparing myself for a soiree. Is that what I mean? A foray, a foray, a foray, a foray. We're going on a little frolic soon into Life of Sky Season 2, which is going to be my baby. Basically, it's going to be my next kind of bigger project on YouTube, and I'm not sure how much other content I'm going to put out here at the moment, but I will occasionally pop by with a little build video. I promise to tickle your pickle. You know, when it comes to Christmas time, I'll be all over Father Winters again because, you know, that's my man. But yes, we are doing some YouTube content finally, and I'm so excited about that. Now, I did just mention Stitch, didn't I? That's not the name of it. It's streaming, but it's on Twitch, but it's not Stitch. That's an entirely different guy. Little blue guy, comes down from space, would love the beach, would love this beach, just gotta say it. But yes, I've been streaming over on Twitch, and honestly, it's not a platform that I'm that familiar, well, I am now, but I wasn't that familiar with the platform, right? It was an occasional dabble for me at best in watching terms, and then I thought, if I've only got a few hours a week to put into Sims, it's going to be very difficult for me to make content right now, because maybe 3 hours a week would get me what I might do a third of one episode of Life of Sky, but that means that at best I'll be doing an episode every 3 weeks, and then I won't have the time to chat to people in the comments, won't have the time to promote, etc. And I thought maybe I should consider live streaming, because that would at least give me the opportunity to chat in real time with some simmers and some like-minded people in general, and to make some content kind of in real time. And generally I don't save or publish my VODs because they can get a bit wild, if I'm honest. My chat can be a little bit feral, but the good news is they are the most magical community. Let me talk about Twitch in general first, just so you know. It's I mean, I'm sure you're all familiar with Twitch. I'm not going to explain what it is, but it's taken me by surprise massively. So just to mention that if you want to support me over there, I'm also Pigletish there as well, spelled the same. You'll find me very easily. I'm brand new. My channel is very, very, very small, as is this one, but I'm building an equally nice community over there that you would, you know, you'd be, I'm sure you'd fit in well, right? They're nice people, they're kind to me, they're kind to each other, they're very welcoming and warm, they're also hilarious and feral, So if you want to come and hang out with people and laugh and just chill out on a Sunday or Wednesday evening, that's where I'll be, that's where my community will be. They honestly are the best people. The platform as well has taken me by surprise. Twitch streamers are lovely. I've encountered no gatekeeping, no hostility, just kindness and, you know, helping me with tech stuff, helping me with just feeling more confident, just coming into my streams and being nice to me. It has been quite wild, to be honest, how supportive people have been. I've met some incredible streamers. Some of my friends already streamed. I've been lucky to be in that position, and also I've made some, I don't want to say new friends because that's a toughie this soon in, right? Because I don't want to be weirdly parasocial about it, but if I was gonna opt in for some parasocial relationships, some of these streamers, you know, they are so nice and they've been so incredibly entertaining, welcoming, funny, etc., that I felt like I can just breathe when I'm there. And it's so nice to get to hang out with my community and some of the people who, it's worth mentioning, some of you who support me here and watch my content are also already watching me on Twitch, but I thought I'd mention it just so that you could have the opportunity to also join in. Look, these are the beach huts I made. These beach huts were a right pain in the bottom, like for real. I will say that these are not them. I did rebuild them. One of the lovely people in my community really helped me with like how to build these. But yeah, anyway, if you want to come and hang out, please come hang out with me on a Sunday night, 7 p.m. British summertime, or GMT once it comes to the winter, or on a Wednesday we do from 7:30 p.m. onwards. We tend to do about 3 hours plus. We always do 3 hours, and on a Sunday sometimes we even go to 4 because we're naughty like that. And then yeah, it's just so cute there. Honestly, trust me, if you are a creator and you've been thinking about live streaming, like you'd like to, but you're a bit hesitant for whatever reason, take this as your sign to start live streaming. You will not regret it. It is nice. It's a nice use of your time. It's nice to connect with your community on that level. I really think it's worth doing. So yeah, this is your direct instruction to do so if it's something you're considering. Anyway, enough about you. That was super rude. This is my channel, you know. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so the moral of the story is, if you watch Twitch, come over and say hi in my channel. If you're called Danielle and you watch this video, you're kind of legally obliged to come over to my Twitch and say hi. But yeah, what you'll get exclusively, not just Danielle but anyone on YouTube, is Life of Sky, like, and any other kind of let's play series and machinima that I choose to make. I've got something in the works called The Secret Lives of Willow Creek Wives, and it's scripted. I've got other simmers who are going to voice some characters and stuff, but you know me with content. It could take me 2 years to make it. It could take me 4 years to make it. YouTube might not even exist by the time I've made it, you know? It's that kind of vibe. But what you'll get on Twitch is all the prep. So if you wanted to watch Life of Sky on this channel, what you'll get on YouTube is the characters being created, the builds being made in the background. I think I'm going to try and film a video, an actual episode one time on Twitch. So I think it'd be quite interesting for me to get to share my creative process with my community. So if you want like a little bit of that kind of stuff, that's great. But I think the most important thing to note is that you get to just hang out, and that's definitely what it's primarily there for. The building, as you can probably tell from this video, you know, the building's not that impressive. It's quite slow. We're chatting, we're vibing, and it's not what primarily the stream is for. In my stream, some simmers are very focused, very skilled, and that is what their content is about. But for me, it's more become about the people I'm there with, and the just the random chat, the random chit chat, etc. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not the best builder. You won't get build tips and stuff from me, unless I just happen to know one. You will occasionally get something really smart from someone in my chat. There are a few people in there who are incredible builders, and they will teach you shit. They will teach me shit as I'm actually playing The Sims. But yeah, it is so nice, and yeah, I'm gonna have to insist you come over. Now, if you don't watch Twitch, I'm gonna ask you, and you've never watched Twitch, I'm gonna let you in on a thing here. If you have Amazon Prime at all, you get to subscribe to one Twitch streamer for free, which, well, it's not free, but it's included in your Prime. It's called Prime Gaming. So you set up a Twitch account, you link your Amazon Prime to it, and you come to Piglet's channel and you click subscribe with Prime, and I get like some of that money that you pay to Amazon every month comes to moi. So it's just a free way of supporting a creator. It obviously doesn't have to be me, but if you're learning about it in my channel, I'm gonna have to insist, Danielle, that I get that Jeff Bezos money. Like, why pay a billionaire when you could pay I don't even have a word for the money I use. There's not even a word. You can pay me. That's it. Yay. Okay. So the beach huts have already been through a few transformations, as you can see, and like the awkwardness came when we decided that we will. Oh, and aren't you impressed with me? Like, this kind of is a speed build now. But yeah, the awkwardness came when I decided I wanted them up on little steps, because I think I looked at a reference picture and I saw that they were all up on like little they had little steps leading up to them, and I did that quite easily, I think. But then what you can't do, am I right about this? I think what you can't do is move the beach huts then individually as rooms and bring their steps with them. You have to either move the whole lot, right, which would move all the beachy stuff, all the brollies and so on, or you have to move the rooms and they don't come with their little steps. They just drop their shoes midair. They just go, oh, they just drop everything. They just go, no, I'm going without my bottom half, thank you. Like, imagine, like, someone lifted you up and you were wearing trousers, but then the next minute you're just floating about in the air like Winnie the Pooh. No pants, no shame. I'm just a naked beach hut. This is probably why people don't voice over for this long, isn't it? Generally. I mean, some people do and they're incredible at it. I do, and I'm not incredible at it. So I think you get like people who are like, I'm very skilled in the 5-minute bracket. And then you get people who are like, I can talk for hours and it's entertaining and it's funny as hell and I'm hot as shit. Like, amazing. That's so good for you. I'm in the lesser known category where like I can't do that long really at all that's entertaining, but I don't let it stop me. So onwards we go. You know, someone who's just like, you know, you see like those crows who like figure out puzzles, and I'm just that one like little fat pigeon just banging my head against the bird feeder repeatedly, just ignoring all the puzzles, just expecting things to work out. Okay, that's me doing voiceovers. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll just keep going. Like, eventually something's gonna pop into my head and it's gonna be dazzling and everybody's gonna stand up, and in fact everybody on their sofas or in their desk chairs at home are going to stand, they're going to clap, they're going to give me the biggest cheer. It's going to be marvellous. Do you know, if any of you stood now, I owe you some kind of sheep. I don't know. I've been talking to a friend about buying them some sheep today. I felt like it would cheer them up. I'm not sure they're ready for the responsibility just this moment. I think they live in an apartment, so it's probably not the best, but If I buy them a sheep and then find out one of you guys stood up and clapped, you can have that sheep. There you go. Imagine if there's someone called Danielle watching who stood up and clapped and loves sheep. Like, she's gonna be fucking buzzing right now, right? That's gonna be wild for her. Love that for you, Danielle. You went into a personalized YouTube video, not made by AI, but made by some weird Welsh girl, and she's now bought you your favorite animal because you did a clap. Like, forget about the Euro Millions. That's the real winner, isn't it? Really. Like, everybody clap for Danielle. She's having a good day. If anyone ever watches this and they're called Danielle and they enjoy it for some weird reason, and then they actually come to my stream, it's gonna be weird as shit for everyone else as well, isn't it? Well, I'm swearing so much in this video, by the way. I apologize very lightly because I don't necessarily mean it, but I'm sorry you are allergic to swears. That sucks for you. Danielle would never. Anyway, as I was saying, if Danielle ever comes into my stream and she's like, oh hey, it's Danielle here, like into the chat, everybody else, right, is gonna be like, what's going on? Well, no, they're probably just going to think it's someone called Danielle, who I know, but then I'm going to lose my mind, aren't I? Because someone called Danielle has come into the stream. They've clearly seen my video, so that is basically like the closest thing to having a fan that will ever happen to me. And she's called Danielle. That's so exciting. So that's what's going to happen. Okay? Wait, I did just move that little beach hat, and it moved with its little tush and its little steps. Maybe I made it all up. Maybe that whole little rant earlier was just fabricated by my very poor memory. Anyway, doesn't the beach hut look so much cuter now that it's on steps? It's got a little platform at the front. It's dead cute. Gosh, I cannot believe that this video is this long. My stream chat, I mean, now I'm doing the opposite of selling stream to you, but my chat watched this for 3.5 hours or something, you know? They just stayed and were there with me hanging out for all of this. So if you're bored by the speed of the speed build, you don't have a leg to stand on, really, at all, you know? Because some people have done over triple this and loved it. Yeah? You hear me? Don't be complaining to me. Send your complaints to Mr. Jeff Bezos. Ask him for your pennies back. Do me a favor though, if he gives you any pennies, use them to pay for a Twitch subscription to my channel. I'm just joking. Okay, anyway, the point of this video isn't really to invite you to my stream. Well, it kind of is, but it's also just to break my creative block and mean that I have put something on YouTube and felt like a part of my own channel again. So I'm not just kind of, oh, this is what I couldn't do. Sorry. I could copy the little feet. So it wasn't Winnie the Pooh. It was more like losing your back end, you know? Like, I guess someone in Thomas the Tank has probably experienced that at some point, but I don't know who it would be. So let's just say like a little, I'm going to guess that it's Percy. So let's pretend that like you get lifted in the air and you just forget your back end, like Percy in that one episode that we don't know if it existed, but you know. So I could move them, but what I couldn't do is copy them. I had to copy them bit by bit, like this. Look, copy the big fat bit, copy the face, copy the little TVs at the front. Got it? Copy the hat. There you go. So I had to do that with each one. So, come on, do another one, Annalie. I know there was 5. So yeah. Ooh, face first. Copy the butt. Copy the little TVs and copy the hat. Put the hat on correctly, please. Nobody likes a cap on incorrectly. I don't know if there is an incorrect way of wearing a cap, to be fair. But yeah, we've got it going on with the beach huts finally, and this is them in their final iteration shape wise. And then what I did was, completely unnecessarily, we realized that we were kind of running out of time in stream, and look, because I copied it, it gave like a million doors. I did like an open door like this, then I just busted down the wall like the absolute hoodlum that I am, and wow, I really don't remember it being this way. I remember it being the other way. Oh yeah, I realized the door swung the other way, so I busted down the walls and I struggled momentarily, but what I actually achieved in the end was an open door, right? So I put a little open door in. There probably is a much easier way of doing that. Then I healed the butts and the face again. Then I realized, look, the door's got a weird black swatch on it, I guess because it's not in a wall. Because you can't see high up, I could have just put a wall there. It would have been absolutely fine. Nobody would have given a hoot, but I wanted to do it this weird way. And then yeah, we got our door in. I really wanted to have in the build like just one hut decorated on the inside. I think I've already decided that when I play with the build, I'll put some toilets in one of the other huts just so the Sims can, you know, cope at the beach without me having to use cheats all the time to heal their piss urges. My dog is doing a little run in his sleep and he's half lying off the sofa, and it's the cutest thing in the world. He looks like one of those characters who's like do 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 do, and then they start running. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what characters I mean. See, I need to stop doing the character analogy. But yeah, his little leggies are off the sofa. Oh my gosh, I need to go watch this. I'm back. Of course, he stopped the moment that I stopped talking. And that's my dog for you. He suspects there might be a video happening or a photo of him being taken, and he's instantly, no, I'm not doing that cute thing anymore, because I want you to appreciate it with your eyeballs, not through your lens, which is fair enough, you know. I would be the same as if every time I started running on the sofa asleep, someone filmed me, I'd be fuming. You know, it's not that polite, is it? Good grief. We have got 20 minutes to go and I am running out of topics. I don't know if I had a topic. I should have written down some topics and been like, oh yeah, I need to talk to them about beans, and then I need to talk to them about equilibrium, and then I need to talk to them about properly caring for their tropical fish. That's what I should have done, because then I could have like powered through the list, gradually like sorted out some stuff, but instead I just was like, you know, do a voiceover, wing it. You're famously good at winging it. Never wunged a thing in your life, but now that you're doing a video, now seems like the time to start. But yeah, did I tell you that this is a retro beach? I think I did. I want to bring Sky and her friends on holiday to this cool place, maybe her family. Oh my goodness, let me tell you a spoiler, just in case anybody who watches Life of Sky is going to watch this all the way through. Last time I played, Bear proposed to Star. So before I go into season 2, I'm going to do a bit of a bridging episode. I was going to do a finale for season 1, but then I thought it's been so long, nobody's going to give a about that. So instead, I'm going to... Did you see how I held myself back from saying fuck then? Wasn't that so well behaved of me? So I'm going to do like a bridging episode instead, like a kind of what the characters have been up to since you've been away. And let me tell you, Sky has been having a little bit of a weird time. Leo is preparing to leave the series, much to many's disappointment. Not permanently, but he's leaving to pursue his dreams, and most importantly, Bear proposed to Star. It was so cute. They went on this cute date. He moved in as we saw them prepare for, and then he actually proposed, and I was so excited. Like, it was such a cute moment. And so I'm definitely going to show that in the bridging episode. I'm not going to leave you devoid of that moment, you know. So I'll show you that, and then I've got some stuff coming up. I really want to do an episode where Star goes to have her smear, her cervical smear, her pap smear, her smear test, whatever you call it in the part of the world that you're in. Super important appointment to get to, one that I would never have gotten to as a sexual abuse survivor without the help of my community online, on Twitter. So I mean, I don't go to that place anymore, not particularly, but yeah. And so I wanted to do an episode where Star goes for her smear, just to be able to help people have that at the front of their kind of awareness. I want people to be thinking about their smear test. I want them to be thinking about booking it. I also want to demonstrate in the episode in real time how long it takes, what the equipment looks like, etc. So I will do my very best to do that, to make that episode and get that out. And I actually believe that this week is cervical smear test awareness week. So I'll link to Joe's Trust in the description, where you can get information about smear tests and so on, just in case it's something that's on your mind right now. You probably will have seen a little bit of extra media around it, I imagine, this week. I hope so, at least. I hope it's not something that's been forgotten. I'm sure it hasn't. Definitely won't have been by Joe's Trust, I'll put it that way. They're amazing. So I just wanted to be able to basically do that episode 2. So those are the 2 episodes I'd like to do before getting right into episode 2. Is I'd like to do a bridging episode where we see where the characters have been, and I'd also like to take Star for her smear test so that we've got that kind of very important content to hand. I hope that makes sense. I hope that doesn't kind of feel weird. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe it does feel weird, but it's important to me, right? And if it's important to me, then, you know, it's happening on my channel. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah? Okay, this video was much longer, and I've just gone in and sped up these bits where I'm decorating the beach hut, because despite the fact they are inevitably the best and most interesting part of the whole video, I'm also not wanting to keep you lot too long, you know. I've not posted for a long time on my channel, and then suddenly I'm all like, Danielle, come here, Danielle, do this, Danielle, watch this, Danielle, subscribe to my stream. And I don't want to overwhelm you with instructions. I don't know how reasonable you are, really, Danielle, and I think I should go easy on you for this one. But yeah, I decided to do this kind of angler's beach hut here. She's kind of like a yoga instructor slash angler slash a very zen person. Decided to make her a little beach hut that you can peep into. I thought it was cute. She obviously likes like retro stuff as well. Well, obviously she lives in retro land, so to her it's modern, to us it's retro, but very much her taste. Then you've clearly got a family of beachgoers here who are also in, right? They've closed the door, maybe they're getting changed, but they've got their cool box, they've got their chairs and stuff outside, and their barbecue, so you know they're about. They're somewhere on this beach and they are not to be trifled with. Can you hear that car going past? It's so rude. I hate people in cars. They're so noisy. Why be so noisy? Can't you be like a quiet person in a car? Anyway, while I'm here, I also wanted to shout out Music Psych Fan. She's probably not going to get this deep into this video because that would be asking a lot really of her, but I wanted to shout her out because she has been pursuing YouTube. This whole time I've been doing nothing on YouTube, she has been really, you know, smashing it out the park. She's been like doing Hardwick Legacy, which you guys know I absolutely adore. She's been making all kinds of builds. I watched her mansion build in a really weird order, which actually probably added to the fun. Yeah, and I know that she's very dedicated to her channel, so please go and support and follow her. She's also my mod on Twitch, so if you've wondered what she's like, in real time how rude she can be to people who are being rude to me, then that's exactly the kind of place to come and find that out. Although please don't be a rude person. If you're a rude person, we will just ban you. So yeah, please go and follow her channel. She's a music psych fan. I will mention her in my description so that you know what to do and where to go. Look, it's just the little details coming together now. What do you think of the build? I know that I've been rambling. I'm probably ruining it for you a little bit. And I know it's not the most advanced build. I know it's fairly simple. But I want the builds that I use in my Let's Plays and in my game to be, you know, they have to be functional predominantly. I want like a balance of cute clutter and functional. I don't want something that's overly fussy and crowded because it tends to slow the game or things can clip into your sims. I find that having something that is kind of, you know, kind of cute but more towards functional works better for Life of Sky, as you probably know, because they're not the most aesthetically pleasing builds. But I think this one is really cute. Don't know why I'm so self-deprecating. I'm proud of this build. I think it's cute. We had an absolute blast on stream. I'm going now. I'll let you see it. Did I mention that I stream on Twitch now? Bye.